surround
Galaxy
ourselves
companies, with other companies. These are two companies.
They are inseparable, it turns out, in our research. And we understood the meaning and ideology of these companies precisely through the space of Kozyrev's mirrors. Because we received the information in the mirrors about deciphering each letter, the names of these companies, because a person living in life and embodying their business, working with business, he doesn't fully understand his ideology, what name came into his consciousness and why he does it. Therefore, we have clearly understood our names, realized what our companies are needed for and the role they play in the universe and in our material world. We are located in Mega Galaxy company, where it's installed new constructions, mirrors of Kozyrev. This is a new design of the Mega Galaxy mirror. We have spiral structures installed left and right. Nostradamus egg structures with a dome system are installed. I am harmonic, he is energy. Also, a new structure is established, which came to draw attention to the works of Nikolai Alexandrovich Kozyrev, to what he studied. So therefore, the idea came to create Andromeda, where the harmonization of descending and ascending flows occurs. We also have horizontal mirrors installed for working with physics and human health. We don't speak, we just contribute to certain processes so that the body would activate self-regulation mechanisms and start dealing with diseases. Because every situation is individual and so is a person. We also have the dome system installed. I'm online here, the floor is a hollow structure. So the idea came to combine the dome with a striped structure, with a hexagonal structure, and we see very good results. When a person is building up energy around the body, around the head, around the brain, about the upper centers, there naturally happens a synchronization with physics, with cavity structures.
In a quasi-emotional state of pain, like accumulated fatigue, it's quite natural, such conflict zones. When you start to stress, these conflict zones swing certain target organs. In the centers, it's just this.
We see through the equipment that we have chosen for our research. The first piece of equipment is cardiorhythm lobe sonics, on which you can see the internal states, dynamics at the moment of the person. The second is a holographic matrix, a 3D model of the external field.
Where is my
Look
knife?
at what a person is interacting with.
Resonate
With external field structures. In the process of our research, we began to consciously understand what negative programs are that are sent our way. And we started to research to understand the inner world of a person. That is those programs that negative informational viruses of various kinds latch on to us. Thus, having established our energy system, understanding our information field, what can we be? We started to hook up. We are invulnerable to negative messages from people. We have come to understand clearly information can't be erased, but it can be used of various quality, and information of different levels. A lot of information for any person opens up at one time or another. Research methods are being conducted. We use it in our constructions, in MJ mirrors. This is the work and transformation of ancestral programs. It's harmonization of the masculine and feminine genders. Next is dealing with chronic issues in mirrors. Next means understanding your purpose. Next is the understanding of our three main incarnations. I didn't just say three main incarnations because there is also a theory here that we still, well, let's drill it again. Because through the mirrors, names of Kozyrev, spiral names, we began to explore the information library. We became very interested in this because information started coming in not only in mirrors, that is, we've activated the reception of information about the structure in the mirrors of the information library. We have two spirals in our company, the left and the right one, in one room. And they form a single torus, a unified system, because a person has a left hand, a right hand. People are all individual, and therefore someone comes, someone wants to visit the right mirror, someone the left one. The right and left structures in one room form a single torus, a single system. I call it and named it spiral system. The point is, when a person lives in society, they are in the flow of time energy. And to work on some task, it needs at least 5 to 7 minutes. It might be more than 15 for someone to go through harmonization and conducting research first on the left and right spirals in different rooms. We started noticing that as if they are asking to become one room, one system, because our left and right were in the rooms. Here. But when we started moving from the left to the right, we saw some interesting effects. For instance, while sitting in the left spiral, to work to the right with someone. Thus, we are harmonizing our field structures. This person who is in another spiral, but if you work with the patient, you can see their programs more clearly. See the information more clearly, that is as if there is a manifestation. Programs. Because the harmonization occurred, there is no excess negative information if both left and right spirals in the system function. With any patient, it turns out that a person, let's say, the person who works with the patient is in the left spiral and the patient will be in the right. Then the fields will be more manifested and more quality work will take place for the patient. And the person who works with the patient, they will also experience harmonization. And what's more, they will use little energy to work. Not only will he be protected, not to pull negative information onto yourself, which he may not see. That is working with the person. Next, we notice that when I was in the left spiral, I had contacts with Tesla, Da Vinci, and many other interesting people. We double-checked if it was them. Therefore, the spiral system is very important in one room to have two spirals. Now, there is another idea with spirals on the table. Let's see how it will be implemented, because it's all materially expensive. Then the dome, our dome has hollow structures, but that's not all. The dome also allows, as we pay attention to it, to work with the electromagnetic body. Because the studying many structures, and thanks to one person who is not among the living, who created an ellipse on Nostradamus' egg in Nizhnekamsk, because they came up with the idea to set up a certain structure on top for working specifically with the electromagnetic frame. So our construction is dome-shaped. It also promotes harmonize, just conducting currents. We unfortunately forgot about it because we only pay attention to informational energy field structures, to the etheric ones. An additionally occupied system may also allow it, like me. Investigators also said about 200 worlds. The cosmos is limitless. So can we extract some dimensions or measurements out there? And are we ready to go there individually? Because someone might be allowed, others not. An egg with a dome. And from the third technology, it's a chair. Interestingly, all structures, our studies were conducted on certain days. That is, on a particular day, information was unpacked on one or another structure. So our egg has acquired two more technologies, a dome on top and the chair itself. Because of Nostradamus, I was in a chair which played a huge role in harmonizing the energies of our body. The egg harmonized with the external field structure. That is, we paid attention to the internal state of a person and to the external one. This is harmonization of the inner person with the external space. And the dome, it allows also to go into many dimensions. The things our visitors, our researchers explore. And many people with abilities really like the egg with the dome and the craft. Therefore, they no longer want to walk in spirals, they want this structure. We currently have 3 horizontal mirror structures. The 4th is disassembled. In the form of, for now, they are all oriented to the horizons of light. Different diameters, different structures, different metals. We use 2-layer structures for 2 designs. We noticed that person lacks oxygen for the brain. So the second layer creates a denser energy in the mirror. We use a double-layered horizontal mirror. There is air between the 2 aluminum layers. The air acts as a dielectric. So a denser one is created, filled in horizontal mirrors for working with the physical body. We use 3 horizontal mirrors which are oriented along the light horizons. All our mirrors are oriented along different horizons. Also, we have horizontal mirrors that are functioning as intended. For example, a mirror facing east works with the vegetative system. A mirror facing north works with the nervous system, with a heart center, to the west, to work with denser ones. With human problems, more complex blocks that are in our physical body. People who come to us, these are the people who are already coming, those who are prepared, those who have operators, abilities that have gone through many schools. One reason they come is for resource recovery, because having gone through many schools, they have interacted with different games. So that's why need to restore one's resourcefulness, come out to oneself, get to know one's inner world, and then already to use those methods they have received more effectively, because, well, some methods work for some. For others, they may not work because they lack resources. Because a player can both give energy and take it. It's all individual. Firstly, it's about restoring resourcefulness. Secondly, it's working with water programs, working with karmic tasks. Here, requests are being made for methods for this person. Here, identification is being carried out. Where, in which genre the blocking is happening, because our consciousness, it knows and can see the problem where energy is being blocked more accurately and clearly. And how do we to transform so that we fully receive it for our life, for our creativity? Then they also go form goals, that is, target matrices. Again, everything is individual for everyone, because they make a request. The elements of the adjacency matrix are more clearly visible. They see this or that picture, where they incorrectly form the matrix, where they incorrectly set the goal. That is, the person himself monitors this in mirrors. There are contraindications. It's not for everyone, especially people with cancer. We categorically do not accept them. and a number of others for those with high blood pressure, and all of them are described on our website. But before we allow a person into the mirrors, we necessarily perform a cardiorhythm because it vividly shows the physical state of a person, because he can tell us one thing, that I am healthy or psycho-emotionally stable, but in fact testing is mandatory before and after. Even when a person attends 5-10 sessions, we definitely test him and monitor the dynamics or what's happening, because testing clearly shows what problems a person has. Moreover, the specialist who leads, he has a medical education. I think some transformations are going to take place now in science, because there is a lot information from Kazakhstan. Therefore, after some time, I think that science will come to, before treating a person, to restore its resourcefulness so that the body starts coping with this disease. Because in the state that the same hospitals are in now, the same clinics, because a person came to the clinic or hospital, he comes into a certain space, and so naturally by us, with one company considered issues of cooperation specifically with the clinic in one city, precisely for a sufficient energy to work. When a person comes to this institution, the energy itself does not contribute to healing. What I noticed and what's happening...
Thanks to Alexei Dubrovsky for the subtitle.
It's me and the mirrors. I don't set them up and I don't spread them. The universe arranges them in a certain order for some work. Because Jose Arguelles, Ilya Petrovich, and Alexander Vasilievich, they only considered meridians. I began to understand that mirrors line up along parallels.
Thanks for watching.
And therefore, many constructions, even not mine, many centers, many researchers we have in Russia, mirrors are set at the 59th parallel. The 55th parallel is millionaire cities. But it's interesting that these mirrors are set at certain points. Therefore, I believe it's the universe after all. I don't recommend installing a meditation house mirror as the mirror. It was a dense field of energy. And first, it's not only inside, it's around the mirror. Huge work is being done. And therefore, we faced such a problem here in Moscow. So we installed a mirror in the apartment, and the mirror was draining energy from the sleeping people. For those people who want to visit, well, firstly, you need to at least read about what it is. People to this day do not know that Nikolai Alexandrovich Kozyrev did not create mirrors. Vladimir Petrovich Kasnachev, an academic of medical sciences in the city of Novosibirsk, created and started working on them. Next, the successor, Alexander Vasilievich Trofimov, who continues the theme of Kozyrev's mirrors, and already on the basis of international scientific new structures of the space biotron, new structures with the Enecky mirror, which have trademarks, have been created by the Soviet Institute. So this is a story, and we should respect it. And to respect. And for those people who want to visit perfect models with us or others in centers or companies, then at least they must come for the first time, at least to feel, to sense what it is like. Because there's a lot of different information garbage on the internet on the topic of mirrors, and therefore only through their own sensation, feeling, they investigating the space of Kozyrev mirrors, we came to a very simple understanding. It's a harmonious interaction between the spiritual and material plane. And unfortunately, when you interact with people and talk about the material aspect, well, and don't talk about the material aspect, for them the material aspect is money. So I would advise people to understand the material plane in the form of hours, bottles in our winter on Earth. Therefore, harmonious interaction between men and women, harmonious interaction between male and female energies in the physical body, a harmonious interaction of our inner world with the outer world. In this way, we will start living better. We will start feeling the space, sensing the space.
So on a
and
larger
then there will be
scale.
love, respect.